Whoa. This is all like above my pay grade. What are these portals that are opening like on the 24th December? Where do I have to go? Oh, I heard Vatican in that. Like, what's going on? Sorry, I've missed. I honestly missed something.
It happens. It used to happen every 100 years, where the Pope was able to provide a service and an incantation to open particular portals. And there's 4. Obviously, they're going to call the corners. Normal practice. You call each of the corners and each of the portals. So this is happening on the 24th, and it will be a service that will be broadcast live. So all of the sheeple will be able to be watching what happens with the energy. And I'm going to be watching very closely because I want to see what comes out and what moves in. And at the same time, we've got harp, which is also an area to open a portal, but opening a portal to the darker realms. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then we've got our friends, our off-worlders that are in high altitude above the earth, making sure everything remains peaceful. So we're going to have a look and see exactly what they do. And this is why the Queen Bee was making this particular ritualistic offering. And it all ties together.
Oh, can't wait for that. So we've got a question specific for you, Bev. And obviously, when will the target on me end? Going on now for 8 years, remote neural monitoring and gang stalking, please, 070771.
So that's the birth date then, I'm guessing.
Sorry, there was super chat and I got a message from Sean saying you need to get the super chats on there. So thank you so much, super chat.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm going to have to bow, ladies. I have another appointment I have to be on. I'm going to go talk about evil people on another channel. But thank you so much for having me on here. And you
nice to meet you, and nice to meet you.
And I'm making a short. I'm making a short out of that.
Merry Christmas, indeed.
Merry Christmas, Tommy. See you soon.
Right, we'll see you soon.
Sarah. So yes, Beverly.
So, the target. Yeah, so it's 774. Yeah. I think because we've got this 16-year cycle finishing on the 31st, I think with those numbers and the energy around Numi, I don't know what you feel. Energy, Emily, I have the same energy from her. I think she's coming to the end of the cycle, is what I'm getting. I don't know if you get the same energy, but that's what I get from her remotely looking at her with a target on her back. Yes, it's moving towards the end. So I reckon next year will be a good year. I don't think the target will be removed totally, because I think she might have another full year to go with it, making it the full cycle. But it's definitely going to be getting less.
For sure. Lighter. I see kind of definitely like lighter energy released from back of her for sure. So yeah. Agreed, Beverly.
Yeah.
Also, numerology-wise, she's a 22, so she is a really powerful numerological number. 22. It's also angelic vibration too. But when you add 2 and 2, the number 4 is about being grounded. It's about having security. It's about having safety. So she's working with some really good natural kind of soul energy frequencies to begin with, which is probably why she feels like she's some kind of a target. But because things have been released, like I say, the black magic occult, all of the targeting for people with this higher element, this higher frequency in them that they've come in with to fight this spiritual battle that we're all in, I would say this is going to be a really good year for that lady or that man, Numi.
Yes, thank you, Numi, for the super chat. We've got another super chat question here. So I'm going to ask all of you for this, but we'll start with Bev. So Mansa Musa, how would I know if I'm fit to be a remote viewer? That's a really interesting question.
It's a huge question. Huge question. Yeah. Well, I think do one of the checklists that are online about remote viewing so that you can understand whether you'd find that that's something extremely interesting, because remote viewing calls on your own energy and calls on your extrasensory perception as a key. Also, as it looks like a gentlemanly type of energy, have a look and make sure that you're able to ground yourself extremely well, and that you're able to look within yourself and use those energies in a logical way. Because when I first start training my groups, I train them in such a way that we have very simple targets to start with. And perhaps you can test yourself by having someone put a photograph of something very simple, maybe just, you know, a landscape or something. Ideally, initially, no, you know, people, animals, dogs, cats, cars, those sort of things. Very simple. Organics, trees, mountains, water, very simple. That's it. And put that in an envelope. Put in any number that you like on the front of it as a target, and get someone, friend of your family or somebody, just to hide it in the house, read the target, see what the picture looks like, put it back in, and then give Mansa the target and start seeing in the first few minutes, tune into that target and then write down what you pick up and start training yourself. You will soon know whether you would be able to learn remote viewing. Everybody can, just at different levels. Is that helpful?
And is there a guideline how long something like this would take?
How long to pick up the signature, or how long it would take to learn?
To learn, for all those out there. Yeah.
Some of my students within like 6 months were very talented and picked it up really quickly and were able to work on cases within the first 6 months. Others took longer. Those that are, you know, postmenopausal ladies, they tend to have an easier ride because they can concentrate their energies and they don't have the natural cycle of the moon cycle that comes to us every month. That is something that's quite interesting. It's a fact within the RV world. And others can take longer. It sometimes can take up to 2 years, especially if you're finding that your conscious mind is bringing in information, and that makes you have to work a lot harder. So ideally what I teach my students is, you know, you take your pen, and when you start, if you find you're getting bombarded, you just do lots and lots and lots and lots of circles, which then your conscious mind is working with the pen and doing lots and lots of circles. You're also concentrating on the target, and then your images are coming in because your conscious mind is consciously working with the pen. So give it something else to think about, because what's coming through on this side, that's the facts.
What's interesting that I'm picking up for from Mansa is that what I picture right away, this sense of like a self-doubt, like within this person there is this kind of flame that they really have this desire to follow this. We just keep tapping into that. I sense this kind of this fear of doubt, or like a block preventing this person from really going for this, and I just encourage them to keep following that flame deep within. Always come back to your own compass, always. So that's what I was just sensing. Jessica.
And as a tool, one of my very great friends, Tony Rodriguez, is the best remote viewer on the planet, in my opinion. Obviously, Beverly is incredible too with her team, her clients. But Tony Rodriguez he's actually coming on this channel soon, so people will get to see him. But it's TonyRodriguez.com with an S on the end, not a Z or a Z. Tony Rodriguez. He's got a little course that can help you figure out if you're going to be adept at this or not on his website, TonyRodriguez.com, and Talks with Tony. He is incredible. So there's a good little tip to really answer that question like this week for you.
No, thank you, ladies. So the next question, we're going to swing it back to what everyone wants to talk about at the moment. Hi, Bev. Did Kelly Rowland, Beyonce's bandmate, that was, God, what was the band called? I was all over them.
Destiny's Child.
Yes, that's it. Get pregnant with Jay Z.
I haven't had a look at that, I'm afraid, Reshma. I haven't had a look at that. Does anyone else want to come in on that?
I mean, my first initial instinct is no, personally. I'm not sure.
No.
Not sure what anyone else thinks.
Oh, there was a question for Tommy here. What a shame he's missed. So the question here is Stephen Greer an agent, or is he a good person working for the people?
Okay.
Judging from that response.
Yeah. Annie, I'm going to leave this one to you because you know my views on Stephen.
Right. Stephen Greer used to be a CIA asset. It's not hidden. And so you've got that. We also have the fact that Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer, has done some incredibly brilliant work in helping people get their repressed technology for humanity out into the masses. He's also on his own individual journey. He's not part of my disclosure conferences, my disclosure team, the team I'm working with to bring truth to humanity. He's very much on his own path. He's done a lot of work with soldiers in the military, helping them come out and speak their truth and tell tales on the military about the Black Ops. So he's done some exceptional work. There's no two ways about it. I don't know him personally. I go also on feeling and a couple of things on the inside. But you know what? As long as we're getting information out on the truth of our planet, the hidden technology, the cures for cancer, the cures for everything, then, you know, let's hope that we're all moving in the right direction, in the same direction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary. So next question from Dory Angel. Thank you for the super chat here. So we've got, thank you, ladies. I am an empath. I travel at night without knowing. I did it and have attachments who come and go. Why? Date of birth 5th of the 3rd, 69. So 5th of March, I presume. I don't know with those two numbers, man. Energy is a lot. Thank you. So yeah, any advice for Dory?
I'll give you a tip, Dory. If you don't want to astral travel, if you don't want to leave your body at night, and teach this to your kids, guys, if they're having nightmares, when you go to bed, you imagine that you are inside a silver sleeping bag, a bright silver sleeping bag. And on the inside of that silver sleeping bag is pure, pure, pure light. And you imagine zipping it all the way up. And you are making a statement that you are not going to be astrally traveling. I have done this for years. As a children's nanny and a therapist, I have said to so many clients and children, do this. It prevents nightmares. Some of us are out there astrally traveling, doing this and that. And sometimes we're just so bloody tired. It can create this in the physical waking reality in this matrix simulation that we obviously live in. And so there are ways that you can protect your energy at night. Stop leaving, you know, and take some time out, but don't be a martyr about it or a victim. Need to save it. Ireland needs me to save it. There's a collective going on. It's not just one particular individual soul. And that's something when people start going down a spiritual path, I don't understand why so many people have to be Joan of Bloody Arc and really believe they're her, therefore, you know, because it's silly. It's a collective. We're all doing beautiful work. Oh, did you see that orb? Did you just see that orb? Yeah.
I did.
Darlings. I love it when they show up. Lovely angel beings. I'm trying to add up her numerology. I'll try and add it up while someone else says something, if that's all right.
Yeah, I was feeling for Dory that actually there's part of her that actually doesn't want to travel at night. I'm sensing that actually you need to be in your body more. You need to get embodied more. You need to nourish your body. You need to learn to ground and be on this earth plane is what I'm sensing. So that's what I was feeling, Bev. I don't know about you.
Yeah, as an ambivert, particularly the ambivert side of Dory, she needs to be able to clear any attachments that are attached to her, because with being a bit of a person with an ambivert, they do have psychic vampires, but they also scoop up a lot of psychic lice. And that psychic life does stick on you a lot of the time. So I would say to Dory, you know, if you are traveling at night, you don't particularly want to, which is what Emily had said. But if you are actively deciding to go out, then also make sure that you have a really good psychic cleansing regime and that you utilize your salt scrub so that your energies are as clean and crystallized as possible. Make sure that you've got your crystals with you so that you know, you're not losing the energy, because ambiverts always, unfortunately, will have an energy exchange, and you're going to pick it up as you go along. So just do the cleansing and whatever else you feel. And, you know, as Danny says, put yourself in a silver sleeping bag.
She's a 33. We just had a 22, a superpower number in numerology, the most ancient science of numbers on the planet. And this lady is a 30+3. That's amazing. You again have come in with very challenged energy because you're a natural bright light, an ancient soul. It's beautiful. You definitely need the silver, my love. Stay in it.
Yeah.
When you have 3 and 3 together, you get 6, and 6 is the family number. You know, so family is really, really important as well. A lot of pride for family too. But I feel like this, I got goosebumps for it too. I feel like this lady really is excited and really does need some kind of time out for herself. So bless you, Dory Angel. Not Doreen Angel, but Dory Angel.
Dory Angel.
Dory Angel. Thank you, Dory Angel, again. So the next one we have in, thank you for the super chat, Claire McLaughlin. So asking again, the day my dad died, I lay on my bed and saw/felt an angel cover me with wings. What was that? He died on winter solstice. So sorry to hear that, Claire.
Wow. Happy anniversary to you, Claire, because I see as he died on winter solstice, today is winter solstice, and our energies are with you on your very difficult day for you. I will pass you on to our Danny, who's